Check, 1, 2, testing, testing. It says excellent connection. All right, this is fun. All right, very nice. Are we here? Check, 1, 2, testing, testing. Ooh, look, there I am. You know, I think I'm gonna put a hat on, because that's where I am right now. Yeah, much better. I look like a real producer. All right, here we go. What's up? So this is what's happening. I'm going to try and test out this streaming thing. And as you can see, I've tried to set up everything in a way where you guys can see pretty much everything that I do. Now, this is something new that I'm doing. I've been really thinking about doing streaming for quite a while, but for one reason or another, technical problems or money or time or combination of those, it just hasn't happened yet. But now I'm happy to say that I'm finally caught up with technology and apparently I can make a stream in audio and video quality that I initially wanted a few years ago, and here it is. This is what it's going to be. A couple of things. Number one, welcome to the new studio. Here we are. We're home. This is the 16 bars brand new home studio. And if you've been following at all on my Instagram or social media or Production Music Live Instagram, for that matter, I've been building the studio for the past good 2.5 months now, and now I'm finally happy to say that I think we're done. This was the last thing to do, this streaming setup, and here we are. So Oscar has been rebuilt, the entire audio matrix and everything. Basically, I've taken everything that I've gathered throughout the past few years, learning about music and music production and studios and whatnot, and I've put it into a best of all configuration, and that's what you're seeing right here, right now. Now, like I mentioned, this is a test stream. Test stream. Wow, say that 3 times fast. Test stream. Test stream. I think I made that joke before, and it's really not funny. Anyways, it's really not that funny. Okay, so back on the subject. Yeah, so a few things that I need to lay out there and just let you know before you watch any further, because, you know, maybe there's a good chance that you're gonna fall in love with this whole streaming thing of mine, or there's another side of that good chance that you're gonna hate it and turn it off after 3 minutes. So let me give you a few disclaimers. First of all, I'm gonna show you the screens, which are not disclaimers by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm totally not saying what I'm trying to say, but that's what live streaming is all about. So I'm gonna show you around with the a few of the camera setups. So this is basically the main screen. Here you see most of the studio. Down under me you see a screen capture of what's happening on the main computer screen, and there is a third camera setup right here, so you can, that's the camera right there, so you can see it of another angle, a little bit more of a close-up. What I'm doing on Oscar, or Oscar 2.0 now. This is one of the possibilities. The second one is just, well, the second one would be the actual screen capture from the computer, and I'm still here on the bottom and you can see me, and now we have another camera angle from down here looking up at Oscar again, and I do have a third camera angle basically looking at Oscar only. So let's come back to this one here. So that's basically, I just wanted to show you around just so you can see what it is that I've set up here for you so far. Okay, so going back to that very nice little thing that I just did a few seconds ago, where I started talking about one thing and then I ended up saying something completely different, which I do quite a lot. This is a live stream, and this is a live stream of how I make music and how I love to make music. So none of this that you are going to be seeing here, none of this that I'm going to be doing here is designed to impress anyone. Usually, a long time ago when I tried this, my biggest problem was that, you know, I was all about impressing you guys and making sure that what you see is super professional and it just sounds good and I don't make mistakes. And none of that bullshit no more, because that's not how I make music. You know, making music to me is, I mean, it's a lengthy process. I mean, I like to make music for the love of making music, and that's why I have all this gear here. I love to plug in cables, I love to turn knobs, I don't like to sit in front of a laptop and press buttons on a pair of headphones. Mind you, not that there's anything wrong with that approach, it's just not what I do. Number one. Number two, I don't work for anybody. I'm not under time constraints imposed by a major label or any of that shit. I don't have to produce 17 songs by next Tuesday or else. I just make music at my own pace in my own time, which is usually my whole day. And the way I do it, using all this analog gear and all the external synths and everything, the way it's set up, it's a very lengthy process. So with that said, you are probably gonna be, you know, why don't I get some music going while we're at it? Just so you're not that bored. So you're probably gonna be seeing a whole lot of boring shit. Because I intend to record everything unedited. What you see is what you get, including all the fuck-ups, all the times where I just cannot come up with a single thing and I'm just sitting in front of the computer for 4 hours straight, you know, rubbing my head. The times when I'm patching on Oscar, and you know, that's a lengthy process, you know, to come up with a patch that includes only one sound. You know, it could be 2 seconds, or sometimes it takes 10 hours before you arrive at a destination where you want it to be. So what I'm saying is that most of it that I'm about to show you here is probably going to be very boring most of the time. So, you know, feel free to stick around if you have nothing better to do. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just basically inviting you in my studio and giving you access to see how I go about making music every day. And that's basically the idea. As a matter of fact, I really am gonna want to try to forget about the whole camera setup, the fact that I'm being watched, because the moment I start, you know, realizing that I'm being watched, that may affect what I'm doing there in a way where I'm gonna want to start trying to impress you, and that's no longer music making for the right reasons, right? I just want to impress myself and do something that's, you know, that gives me goosebumps. And I basically set up this camera system, so you know, if somebody out there is crazy enough to sit around with me for 4 hours a day and watch me, you know, fuck around plugging in cables and doing this, that, and the other, then hey, great. And obviously, I'm gonna try to commit to a proper schedule eventually. You know, maybe once a week for 2 hours, maybe 2, maybe 3 times, maybe 100 times. Who knows where it goes? I mean, we'll have to see how far it goes, and obviously that all depends on your reaction as well, right? How much you guys love it or hate it or whatnot. So I think I'm gonna shut the hell up now and get working on a few things here because, yeah, why not? It's really hot in here. Okay. One more thing that I wanted to show you before we get going with this song here is this cool little thing where I can actually take this camera and just pop it off the stand and literally show you around. Okay, so let's have a quick look here. This is the main studio desk with 2 mixers in front of it, a couple of pre-wired synths on the right, Oscar 2.0 on the left. This is all Eurorack stuff. And then on the bottom here, we have some hardware compressors and EQs and a massive patch bay right here. And yes, to me, this all makes sense and it's all necessary. By the way, just when I started building the studio, Francois from PML had this great suggestion that maybe I should just document everything. So I did exactly that, and then we took that a step further, deciding that we're actually gonna make a masterclass out of that. So basically all the material that I've recorded in the past few months, in the past couple of months building the studio, which includes everything. This room was a completely empty, unfinished basement, and we built it from the ground up. So the entire process of finishing the basement, of putting in acoustic treatment, of carpeting, painting, all the way to me starting to build the actual studio essentials, the tables, the Oscar 2.0, the rebuild of Oscar, everything is documented. And we're going to be talking about a lot of good stuff, such as speaker placements, acoustic treatment, how to and why, connections of audio, using mixers, using MIDI and connecting MIDI, basically a whole shitload of information that I gathered during the studio build is going to be put into a very cool masterclass with Production Music Live. So if that's something you're interested in, then I suggest you hang around and wait for the announcements, because sometime early next year I'm planning to drop that thing on the market. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Basically, I have this very first project that I'm working on in Cubase, and it's pretty well almost there. I like it. What I'm going to do today is add a few more elements, because yesterday I did the first recording. Right now what you're hearing is still the synths running. So this is not recorded stuff. Everything is being sequenced and modulated from Cubase via MIDI to CV or audio to CV, and as you can see, it's a pretty good patch. I'm using the ATX3 VCO from TipTop for the bass line. I'm using the echoes for this very nice lush reverb delay slash awesome effect. The kick drum, that's the only percussion that I'm using right now so far, is a few layers. One layer comes from the Arturia DRUMBRUTE. The second layer comes from the TipTop BD909. And then the third layer, last but not least, is coming from a VST, and that's just for the bottom end, which is kick 2. And then I'm using the Sub 37 for this nice gliding lead madness. And I think today I'm gonna try to add some more percussion, maybe some hats and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put this thing back on the stand and maybe shut up and maybe get working, because why not? Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, so I've been blabbering on for 15 minutes, that's great. If you ever have any questions, feel free to drop them on the side, wherever it is, the comment section. Mind you, this first stream is a test stream, and this is not gonna be going out live. I might actually post it if I do like how it turns out, but the subsequent ones, you're gonna be able to, you know, ask me questions, and I will do my best to answer all of them. Now watch, nobody's gonna turn up to the fucking party. I'm gonna be the only one, you know, making music here for hours upon hours, recording myself, streaming, and then I'm gonna have like 2 people watching. But hey, I'm cool with that. It is what it is. I'm not, you know, trying to make a million right here. I'm just really trying to open up to you guys, because music is a beautiful thing, and it's even more beautiful when it is shared, and that's what I intend to do here. So, okay. I think actually I'm gonna switch to another. Yeah, can you still see me? Hello. All right, awesome. So that's the Cubase screen. And yeah, that's still working. Okay, sometimes I'm gonna turn the microphone off, because what's happening is, if you noticed, I'm not wearing any headphones and I have a microphone. So what's happening here is, if the music gets too loud coming out of the speakers, then it will interfere with my voice. Now, I do have the music going through a compressor, an outboard compressor, which is sidechained to my voice. So that will duck the music a little bit when I'm trying to say something to you. But that only works to a certain extent, because the music eventually, if it's too loud, then the microphone will pick up the music itself and it will start sidechaining. The music is going to start sidechaining itself, and then it's just not going to work. A good way around that is wearing headphones, so there's no way for the microphone to pick up anything because the speakers are not working, but that's just not what I want to do. So sometimes I will turn the microphone off when I need to hear these things a bit louder than usual. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be one of these moments right now. I'm gonna shut up and let's start working on this thing, okay? Oh, by the way, I'm brand new to Cubase. Actually, Nuendo. This is Nuendo 10.3, I think, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a pro version of Cubase Pro, if you will. It is Cubase with a lot more added features, video editing, and for game audio and whatnot. It's yeah, it's a very cool software, and I decided to learn it because I want to be able to, you know, make music for movies, score movies, and unfortunately Ableton, as amazing of a software it is, it just doesn't do that. So it doesn't do that well. I can't. Cubase was designed for film and audio score. Sorry, video game scoring. So that's one of the reasons why I'm only learning it. Number two is because learning a DAW is basically like learning a new language, right? And I mean, it's music. I'm trying to get better at it, and the more languages of music I can speak, the better I'm gonna be producing it. So yeah, that's why I decided to use Cubase, Nuendo, and let me tell you, it just blows my mind. This software is just fucking amazing, man. Like, it's so intuitive, and it inspires me to do me things in a different way, and I love it. So that's not to say that I'm quitting on Ableton. I'm not gonna tap out on Ableton. Ableton is amazing, especially, you know, Live 11 now coming out. That's definitely always gonna be my second DAW, but I'm learning this thing. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is because just have to let you know that I'm not good at it yet. Obviously, I've been using it for a month or so, and this is the very first song that I'm actually producing in Nuendo. So bear with me if you see me fumbling around too much. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. Let's keep working. Let's get working. Check one. Okay, so just to show you around a little bit, these, the ones that I'm highlighting right now, are takes that I've already recorded. So everything is sequenced from Nuendo, all the external synths, and that's how I basically use external synths and Eurorack stuff with the same flexibility as using a VST inside a DAW. It just, okay, let me not get into the what sounds better argument. Anyways, it works better for me. So when I'm working on the song itself, I don't record everything right away. As a matter of fact, I put the song together using live audio feeds from the external synths, instruments. Kind of like I'm sitting here and conducting a massive electronic orchestra, if you will. And of course, if you want to learn about that, because it's fairly tricky, if you want to learn about that, I made an entire masterclass, and it's called Analog Meets Digital, and you can find that on the Production Music Live website. I'll link it in the description here, of course. And I think it's on some crazy discount right now for Black Friday or Cyber Monday fuckery week. I don't even know what these, anyways. Okay, so the clips or events that I highlighted are the first recordings that I actually did last night. That's not what we are listening to right now. As you can see, they're all disabled. I'm turning them on right now and turning them back off. So this is on, off, off. What we are listening to is still the live raw feed coming from the synths on the outside through the mixer into Nuendo. And this is the mix console. And that's basically all we have. I have one track for a piano, which is Alicia's Keys from Native Instruments. I have the 4 layers of the kick. Now, one of these layers, 2 of these layers are affected. Let's just listen to these, basically. I think I can, hold on. Kick group. Okay, so I think I can solo all that. Yeah, man. Okay, I hope you can hear that properly. Again, I'm testing the audio out. You should be able to hear the audio and myself pretty well. Okay, so let me bring back the mix console. Okay, so this is all what we're listening to right now. So kick 2 from the DRUMBRUTE, DB909 kick. Why is that not working? Oh, it's because I have to solo its trigger, which would be... There we go. Okay, now we're talking. Oh, of course, let me turn this guy on, because there we go. Okay, so where was I? Kick drums. Yes, sir. So the DB909 kick is just the raw kick itself. This one is, let me open up these channels a bit more. Okay, this one here is a reverb that is coming from the onboard effect console of the Signature 22 mixer. And as you can see, there is a LFO tool sidechain on it. If I turn this off, that's what we hear. So this is just to give it a little bit of texture, because why wouldn't you put a reverb on a kick drum, right? Okay, moving on. This one here, the tapo delay one. Can you see all this? Yes, you should be able to. Okay, I think you can see everything well. So this one is basically a copy of the DRUMBRUTE reverb, and that's being sent to a send, this send here. Now this send is an audio send that's being sent to the external world, and I'm using one of the Expert Sleeper's ES modules to receive this audio signal and basically take it out of the DAW and send it into the external world. And in turn, that is patched into the 4MS tapographic delay, and that's why I call this tapo delay, because that's the best I could come up with. So that's this very nice sort of ping-pong left-right delay kind of thing. Also, that DRUMBRUTE is going through, the preamp is, I'm clipping it like there's no fucking tomorrow. It's pretty hard, it's pretty hard driven, yeah. Okay, so we have DRUMBRUTE kick, we have the DB909 kick, we have the reverb portion of the DB909 kick, and then we have the tapographic delay, which is on the side, this nice little percussive thing. The tapographic delay also has an LFO tool on it. If I turn it off, it's just too much, right? This actually helps with the groove. And then I'm using Pro Q3 on these channels to do a little bit of sort of preliminary mixing, if you will. Okay, and then what you hear, let me just... Okay, let me start it again, because I want to show you this last part here. And I wanted to solo This one, okay, all right, so this is kick 2, which is a VST, and I'm only using this to put this bass, sort of bassy tail with this really weird envelope, just to complete the kick drum. And yes, I know that's a lot of fucking layers for a kick drum. In all honesty, I just put it together because I wanted to play around with it. That's all. I just wanted to, you know, create a weird or a nice kick drum, if you will. And that's actually how this whole song started. I just wanted to create a kick drum while patching everything together, and I was testing the new studio. And that's how this one was created. Okay, I wonder if there's a better way for me to show you this mix console. Because there should be. Because I just like to have it on the right hand side here. Oh yeah, here on the bottom. Oh, but of course this is a completely different configuration. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna bring it over every time I want to see you. Okay, so that's basically it for the kick drums. And I just wanted to show you that, just so you understand what's going on. Going back there, again, it's not 10 million different channels. I have the kick drum, which is basically this here. Oh, and I'm using a VCA fader. Oh, which now I'm thinking I should be adding to. Hold on, where's my VCA channel? There it is. Okay, let's close the inserts. Okay, this one here. Okay, so with this VCA fader, I can change the level of the kick drum. All the layers together. Okay. Actually, you know what, on second thought, I did leave this out for a reason, so. Okay, so that's all the kick drum, and then this is our TipTop bass, which is the bass block. And we can do this. Now, the way this is set up, I'm using this MIDI controller, the Launch Control XL from Novation. This one is sending MIDI data to the Endorphin's shuttle control, and then from there I'm patching this into the destination is the TipTop Forbidden Planet, which is the filter that I'm using for this bass block. Okay, and the last thing that I have here that I need to show you is the Sub 37. Which is a custom patch on the Sub 37, and with this, I'm controlling the the frequency of the second oscillator, which is synced to the first oscillator, and because of sync, we can do these nice ripping textures. Okay, and then what's making the whole thing, let me show you this. Again, I'm gonna stop it again. I'm gonna play the song for a second. Does it seem like something is missing? Let me put it to a busier part. Okay, check this out. Empty. Full. So what's happening here is that with a third launch control to endorphin shuttle control CV concoction, I'm sending control voltage to a VCA that is responsible for letting through the signal of this B1 send. Now, in the B1 send, I'm sending the this bass block, the sub 37 melody line, as well as the piano. All three of these things are being sent to an external effect, which is the TipTop audio echoes. And I'm using, from the tape effect bank, I'm using the white, red, white algorithm with some custom settings. So all three of these synths are being sent into that. And if I take it away, let me come back here. This is what it sounds like, the dry signal. So now I'm going to add it back. Okay, so that's the full signal with the effect. And again, I'm going to show it to you without the effect. Right? Let's put it back. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, that's pretty much it, believe it or not. It's 4 elements if we take the kick drum as one element. And that's what's making all this music right now. So now I'm gonna add a few more things to it because we can. I don't want to add too many because it's fairly busy already. But maybe a few. And of course, when I'm recording the final take, I'm going to be playing around with these modulations. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shut up and let's keep working. Now, really, now that I showed you around, good stuff. Okay, one more thing I want to show you is when I start a song, listen to what happens. And then what keeps going. So that is the typographic delay. And the reason why it sort of has to speed up in the beginning is because I'm using, again, control voltage to clock the effect itself so that it is in sync with the master tempo of this project. But as soon as I hit play and then it starts receiving that clock signal, it needs to adjust. And that's what it sounds like. And first I thought it was gonna be like, oh shit, I don't even know how I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I was thinking, you know what? It sounds fucking amazing. So why don't we just leave it how it is? Yeah, like that. Okay, so you remember how in the beginning I said that there might be, well, there will be times when stuff gets boring, and this may be one of those times because right now I'm gonna start working on, adding some new things, and like I said, that usually comes with a lot of fucking around, trying to figure things out, and frantic patching, and looking and sitting and looking dumb and whatnot. But it's all worth it because of the moments of pure triumph when you actually do manage to put something together, when your hairs go like this and you go like this, and that's it's all worth it for that. And it's all part of music making. Okay, so you're welcome to be bored with me. Okay, I'm gonna try to do something different, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. So basically what I'm going to do is add a video track, and onto this track I'm gonna drop a video if I can find it. Okay. So my wife and I, we went for a walk the other day, and we came across this beautiful waterfall, and it was snowing, and it was surreal. It was unbelievably beautiful. And I recorded the whole thing. Yeah, I recorded the whole thing. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to use the white noise like sound yeah, okay, so here you go. This is the video. So this is what we saw when we were walking, and it's like the sound of this waterfall is it's just beyond amazing. And I recorded this because I had a feeling I might do something with it. And here I am doing that. It's kind of like a white noise sort of sound, right? It's beautiful. So, what I'm gonna do is to take this sound, and we're gonna try and make a hi-hat out of it. And again, bear with me, because, like I said, I'm not 100% proficient in using Nuendo by any stretch of the imagination just yet. Okay, so this is our file, and now I'm gonna. Oh, hi Tapographic. I love this thing. Sometimes it just decides to, play some sound. Okay, first and foremost. Oh, there you go. Now it's on the other side. Oops. First and foremost, I'm gonna stretch this out. Nope. Okay. So let's analyze this. Yeah, it is kind of like white noise with a lot of comb filtering happening up here. Pretty cool, I actually. It's not as wide as I thought it was gonna be. It does have a lot of bass frequency information in it, so oops, that is not what I meant to do. Anyhow, what I do like is that it's changing over time, so that's awesome, and that's gonna make it not boring. Okay, what was I gonna, yeah, I just turned my analyzer off like a real idiot. Are you still hearing me? You are. Awesome. Okay. Oh, come on, man. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, how do you make a hi-hat out of this one? You know, I'm actually sort of inclined to fuck around with this a bit more before we even start doing any sort of constructive stuff here. So let me see, how long is this? (33 to 63), so that's 30 to 65. That would be 32 bars. So that's 2 times 16. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this thing in the time stretch algorithm. Not grid relative, grid, I think, yeah, okay. And I'm gonna alternate it where okay, first of all, I'm gonna have one original copy. So let's back up a bit. Okay, so this is gonna be my original copy. Let's duplicate this, copy it. No, I said duplicate it, which is copy and paste. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna stretch this one. I'm gonna take another copy of this. This one, I'm gonna compress it. Okay, let's see what the difference is. Not a whole lot of difference, but it does make a difference. Maybe if I do it more. And I'm pretty sure I would be able to choose different algorithms. Yeah, let's try and fuck around with these algorithms. Where am I? I'm on Pro Time. Let's try this one. Okay, Alt P would be oh, I see. Okay, these are different versions of the same three. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, let's try standard. Okay, that's pretty good. Wow, no shit, you can customize it. Drums. Locked. Pads. Vocals. Okay, let's let's try this one. Okay, now let's duplicate it again. Take another one. Okay, let's listen to this one. Okay. Let's put this back here. Okay. Now let's try one more. Okay, what if I stretch it to no end? You see, that's again a whole another different texture. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think I liked this one here. So let's actually do this. Okay, I'm gonna move this guy out of the way. I'm gonna take all these. But do I want to do that though? No. I'm gonna leave it how it is. Okay, and now let's duplicate this again. I know there is the drop there. Is it there? Yeah, that's where the kick bass drops. If that's even a thing to say, I'm not sure. Okay, and now let's just take these, copy them over, and let's maybe finish with the original one. Okay, so oh, that sounds awesome. You know, maybe this one should just be this guy here to keep it nice and calm. And of course, let's make that coincide with yeah, we'll keep that nice and calm. I actually think I'm gonna sort of fade that. I wonder if this is a, oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Let's just do, oh shit, let's just do a nice little fade out here. Okay, so now this is still obviously not a hi-hat, now is it? Okay, so how do we make this into a hi-hat? Well, there are a lot of ways to do that. Are you liking this? We've spent the last half an hour on starting to make one hi-hat, which I'm not even sure it's gonna work out, but what I do know for sure is that I'm definitely gonna want to put a EQ on here, Pro Q3, and make a nice little low cut. Because there's definitely a lot of information in there that we don't need to be hogging all the, what do you call it, headroom and whatnot. I guess that's what the big boys call it. Okay, so this is still just a a white noise thing, right? Well, the quickest and easiest way to turn this into a hi-hat is with some sort of a envelope shaper, which is, let's say, the LFO tool. I love the LFO tool, in case you haven't noticed. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Why don't we run this with the kick drum? The cool thing is you can dial in the groove, you know, if you want to make it a bit lazy. Or let's see if we can transpose this maybe. Okay, what do you think? Just for shits and giggles, what if I try to send this into the same typographic delay, which is send A2. I think send A2, yeah. Is it? Okay, so why is it not? Okay, that's a fail. I don't know why that didn't. Oh. No. Man, am I? Yeah. So this is what's up when. I'm fumbling around, not knowing what's happening. Oh, you know, is it because why is it not going in there? Oh, you idiot. Oh. Okay, so that right there is a perfect example of me fucking around trying to figure things out. That was awesome. Okay, that's okay, no worries. Ooh boy, I don't know if I like that, but we figured it out. Anyways, quick point, if you're still hearing me, yeah, I think you are. So when something like this happens, when something is not working or you can't, you can't figure out something and you start going, you know, the little pump just starts going up in your brain and you're ready to start throwing things across the hallway and breaking shit, which sadly I do sometimes. I do get a lot frustrated, but let me tell you, there's a 99% chance that something is not working because you haven't figured out. Shut up, stomach. Oh my God, I think I need to eat something. Is because you haven't figured out how to do it yet. Case in point, I'm learning Cubase. I didn't know what the heck was wrong. So the good solution is either to walk away, take a breather. Don't get to a point where you really start breaking shit, because that is not going to take you anywhere. And number 3, use Dr. Google. Like as stupid as it sounds, I cannot tell you how many times I've saved a good session by not getting upset, but rather typing in, oh, compressor threshold not working, Ableton 10. And believe it or not, there will be an answer out there. So anyways, my whole point is try not to get frustrated for no reason and fuck up your whole session, like I've done a few times. There is a solution for pretty much every problem. These are so complicated, these things, it's ridiculous. There are so many elements, facets to them that it's just, you know, nobody can know everything about all this stuff. And if somebody tells you that they know everything there is to know about Cubase or Ableton or music production or Eurorack, just turn around and run away as freaking fast as you can, because there's no such person. So anyways, long story short, don't get frustrated, look up the answer, work the problem, try and figure it out. Cool. Okay, so I don't know, man, do you like this? I don't mind it. maybe it's a bit too loud. I mean, it's not really a hi-hat anymore. I like it how it's sometimes late, sometimes not too late. I like it how it's dynamic. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do like this now hi-hat, which came from this beautiful white noise of the waterfall. Am I gonna leave it in there or not? That is yet to be determined. In all honesty, I really just wanted to try this streaming setup to see if it works, and now I'm gonna go and watch back this whole footage and see if anything needs to be adjusted or not. But basically, I think I'm gonna quit it right here. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you very soon again. I mean, you know, let's listen to just the whole song again, just for shits and giggles, because might as well. Okay, so yeah, that's actually really cool. I changed the sub 37 patch around a little bit, and as you can see it here, this, hold on. Yeah, before we go. Okay, so as you can see it here, so this is a device. Without going into a lot of detail, I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. You can basically build these MIDI instruments inside Cubase, Nuendo, where you can assign different, faders and knobs and buttons to different CC messages that you can use to control an external synth with via MIDI. And that's basically what I built here, a Moog Sub 37 editor, because the Moog Sub 37 editor software, the actual software that was designed to do this very thing here, on my system, for some reason, does not work for shit. It just doesn't work, period. It does work on an Apple, on the MacBook, which is amazing, and it's really cool. It would be really cool if it worked on a PC as well. So Moog, for the love of God, if you can hear me, please make it work on a PC, because it would be fucking amazing if it worked properly. Anyways, long story short, since it doesn't work on my setup, this is what I did to replace that. So I can basically change parameters here, I can automate, I can record automation, and it will control the Sub 37 from here. So that's what I did. I refreshed this patch, and let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. So ultimately, when I go ahead and record this, basically the synth lines from all these audio ins, this is what I'm gonna be doing with the Sub 37. Now let's just basically take it from here, and then I'll sort of play around with it a little bit just to show you. To make it more animated, less boring, right? Yeah, something like that, kind of, sort of, if you get what I'm trying to do here. Yeah. Of course, the whole song needs to be mixed properly, and like it's pretty muddy and there are some issues with it, but hey. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that right now for today. And yeah, I hope this whole streaming thing is working out well. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna check the video now, see what needs to be fixed. But that's enough about me. If this video is good enough, then I'm gonna make it public, and this will be the first semi-official episode of the non-live streaming. So we'll see. Anyways, if you did make it this far, which is an hour and 45 minutes, then congratulations, you're a freaking trooper, and I love you, and I will see you very soon. All right, cheers.